sarcasm, restore the raw, resharpen the edge.
Let it be as it was before.
Let us revel in who we are.
Let us aspire.
Let us not fear.
Let us not shed a tear.
Let us feel alive as it was before.
Here come the long-awaited Golden Jubilee celebrations of Delhi Public School, R.K. Puram.
The world has shrunken under one roof today, as dipsides join in from all over the world for an evening of euphoria and elation, for a night of spectacles and celebration, and for a dawn of exuberance and invigoration.
On behalf of Delhi Public School, R.K. Puram, we extend a warm and hearty welcome to our chief guest for the day, Shri B.K. Chaturvedi, the Vice Chairman of the DPS Society and Managing Committee, Delhi Public School, R.K. Puram. May we now request our principal, Ms. Padma Srinivasan, to felicitate the chief guest and the other dignitaries. of India and was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 2010 for his contribution in civil services. Thank you, sir, for gracing us with your esteemed presence.
Leaders do not create followers. Leaders create leaders. At Delhi Public School, Puram, the goal is to create brilliant students who think for themselves, to create torchbearers of success, who push the boundaries of excellence every day, to create empathetic individuals who encourage those around them to be their best. One such leader is our principal, a beacon of hope, an inspiration, a trailblazer, Miss Padma Srinivasan. May we please request ma'am to come up on stage and address this August gathering.
Good evening, everyone. At the outset, I'd like to thank everyone who's here, as this is a celebration for all of us. Everyone present here is in some way or the other associated with DPS Puram and have been so for a very long period of time. Alongside, I would like to thank Shri B.K. Chaturvedi for being our chief guest today and blessing us on this occasion. Mrs. Chaturvedi, I would like to thank you for being with us to celebrate this event. Mr. Harshvardhan, Mr. Anurag Tripathi from CBSE, I'm very, very grateful that you're here with us to share our glory and our success. Mrs. Chona, I want to thank you for being here because it's your journey as much as ours. We are all together in building DPS Puram to what it is today. The journey began a long time ago, 50 years ago, when our stalwarts thought in terms of laying the foundations of the school. Sri Deen Dayal, Mrs. Lumba, Mr. Lugani. This trio thought in terms of making a barren, rocky land into something that we call as DPS Puram today. We will always be grateful to these people who have done this miracle. Everyone thought that the school will not survive. It started off in tents, as Air Marshal Sachdev said yesterday, one of the first batch students. But it survived and it is kicking and it's doing extremely well today. All because of the concerted effort made by our principals, Shri R.S. Lugani, Dr. Chona, Dr. Saini, Ms. Vanita Sehgal. All of them have contributed to this institution immensely. And they have made this into an exemplary institution, which we are all very proud of. All of us want to be associated with this institution, very proud of being associated with this institution. We can't forget it so easily. It has got under our skin. That is a spirit that was cultivated here from a very long time. And this is the spirit that we continue to exhibit today. I'm very grateful to our alumni who have contributed immensely towards making this entire effort a great success. I want a big round of applause for our alumni. At every step of the way, they have held our hands for this entire endeavor. Not a single day did they miss coming to school. They were here with us, and they were here organizing things for us and putting in every effort, giving us ideas, bringing back all the students who had gone a long time ago, and we had a huge success in our celebrations. We have achieved many milestones, be it in the field of sports or performing arts or academics, which is our forte. We have done a lot in the long years of existence. There is a lot more to be done as well. We are in a new age world. We have to build our school to be future friendly. Friendly in every possible way to this new generation, which demands a lot from the schools. We are working towards it. We are a future-ready school. We got on to the online mode of teaching when it was required, and now we are in the hybrid mode. We are working in collaboration with many organizations all over the world on various fields. Our children have been going to NASA and winning competitions. We are working towards doing a project with Delhi government and the United Nations on environment. We are into many areas which we feel is very important for our children to know and learn about. And many, many more such programs will keep coming up, but only with the blessings of our seniors and also with the cooperation of the parents and, of course, the energy of the students. I would not hold you too much to the speech. I want to move on and get our little children to showcase whatever they are very, very good at, performing arts. So let's welcome all of them to the stage and many more to come. Thank you. And thank you once again for being with us and sharing our happiness.
Thank you, ma'am. It would be befitting that we question ourselves, oh me, oh life, of the questions of these recurring, what good amidst these me, O life? Answer, that you are here, that life exists, and that the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. Well, what better way to contribute than to sing a song? So here come the soulful bards of Delhi Public School, Puram, to welcome you all with their euphonious voices.
अतिथि देवो भवः अतिथि देवो भवः अतिथि देवो भवः
education gave birth to Delhi Public School, R.K. Puram in 1972. We are here today to pay tribute to the bravery and foresight of our founders, to the hard work and dedication of our staff, to the pioneering spirit of our students, and to the support of the parent fraternity. We will now be presenting a documentary on the same. Lights, camera, action.
Our memories of classroom chatter, the echoes of teachers, the noise of chalk scribbling on blackboards, actually smartboards now, the caricatures and the paper balls, the aroma of parathas and aam ka achar, our memories of classroom chatter, the echoes of teachers, the noise of chalk scribbling on blackboards, actually smartboards now, the caricatures and the paper balls, the aroma of parathas and aam ka achar, the forging of lifelong friendships are all alive and relived hundreds of times with each passing batch. DPS R.K. Puram, where the best and the brightest come together to shape the minds of tomorrow. Our second home, our childhood, the first chapter of our lives. Home of alumni who are pushing boundaries of excellence, making India proud. 2022 will be remembered as the Golden Jubilee of Delhi Public School, R.K. Puram, as it celebrates 5 decades of educational excellence, coupled with brilliance in sports and extracurricular activities. Since it was founded in 1972, our school has been a trailblazer and has established itself as a template for best educational practices in India and internationally. DPS R.K. Puram's innovative and structured pedagogy is based on the bedrock of inclusive education. The school works hard to foster a special bond between teachers and students and enhances mutual trust and respect. Delhi Public School R.K. Puram is a co-educational day and boarding school. It is today one of the largest private institutions run under the aegis of the Delhi Public Schools Society, a non-profit making body affiliated to the Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE.
I'm proud of the fact that, till about 3-4 years back, when CBSE used to compile the results of all the 15,000 schools which are affiliated with CBSE, our 200 or 250 schools always came in the first 500. So out of 15,000, if your 250 are in the first 500, I think they are truly imparting quality education. And there is nothing more important for nation building than quality school education.
The school was established by Shri Deen Dayal, the former chairman of the DPS Society in 1972, under the able stewardship of Mrs. P. Lumba, founder headmistress and vice principal. Since its humble beginnings, the building blocks of DPS R.K. Puram have been painstakingly laid. The first batch of the school started their classes in tents, and really it was a construction zone.
If you go up in a drone and look at DPS RK Puram from top, and you only see block A, block B, block C and the circular building, that's all was DPS RK Puram. Where the principal's house is, that was our sports field, and behind C block the land didn't belong to us. So it's a small school, DPS RK Puram, and we were in tents before this ABC block was handed over to us after 3-4 months of joining the school. And the best part was, because the school was only from class 3 to class 7, only 3 sections each, the students and the teachers knew each other.
Shri Ram Sarup Logani joined DPS RK Puram as its founding principal. In the years to come, with strong grit and determination, he would revolutionize school education.
Mr. Logani has been the greatest principal in India. I mean, his humility cannot be expressed in words. He also came from a very humble background. And he once told me that his parents couldn't afford even 2 pairs of clothes. He was a true intellectual and he could see what he wanted for the school. Very simple, very, very affectionate, and he brought the real name given to DPS RK Puram was because of him.
Under his leadership, DPS RK Puram transformed into one of India's leading and most sought-after institutions.
My fondest memory is of the principal actually turning up outside my house one morning when the class 12 board examination results came. And mind you, this is the first 10+2 batch and in the country, the previous batch being higher secondary, and DPS RK Puram maxed out in the merit list. I happened to be one of the merit listers. That was incidental. But Principal Logani was so proud of that achievement. He just turned up at our house and said, "Get out of the bed and get into the car. We'll go to the others who come in the merit list." That shows the empathy that was there. I've actually turned out to be a well-rounded human being because of all that DPS has taught me. I wish DPS RK Puram an equally successful 50 years ahead.
For his contribution to the educational sector, Shri Logani was awarded the Padma Shri in 1992. In the same year, Dr. Shyama Chona, a renowned educationist, succeeded Shri R.S. Logani as principal, a school that she had joined as an English and art teacher in 1975.
Oh my God, 50 years go in a jiffy in my eyes. And out of these 50 years, I was there for 34 years. And out of the 34 years, I was the principal for 17 years. I think the longest ever principal in any schools, and ended up with a Padma Shri and a Padma Bhushan, which I thought I didn't deserve, I wish those were for my children and not for me or my teachers.
Dr. D.R. Saini succeeded Dr. Shyama Chona in 2009. He had joined DPS RK Puram in 1978. A strong believer in physical education and sports, Dr. Saini helped DPS RK Puram to create a legacy of sporting excellence.
Children who have the values, ethics and morals and want to do everything on the basis of hard work. This is a nature and culture and nurtured by the DPS teachers to give the best to the world. We, the DPS people, want that our students should be strong in body, very sound at brain, and they should be spiritual values and health. These 4 pillars is most important.
Dr. D.R. Saini passed the school's baton to Miss Vinita Sehgal, an English teacher and a veteran of DPS RK Puram since 1984. a passionate supporter of the arts and extracurriculars who strongly believes in the holistic development of students.
As a principal, being able to do things that I always wanted to do, things like whether it was the commencement, whether it was bringing out the sports day. Me, I don't play any game, so that sports day became a big thing. Getting involved in theatre, so brought out some beautiful plays, whether it was Antigone or it was Gandhi or it was The Sound of Music. So those are really, really good memories.
In 2020, Ms. Padma Srinivasan took the mantle from Ms. Vinita Sehgal and steered the school through the COVID pandemic. She has, despite the challenges, ensured the institution flourishes with a greater focus on adaptability and experiential learning.
Online mode of teaching started all of a sudden, and we also had to get on board all of a sudden. But the opportunity came to us in the form of a farewell that we had to give to our previous principal, Ms. Sehgal. And it gave us an opportunity to train the teachers to get on board. And it worked very well. So it started as performances online, and then it went on to the teaching mode after that. This way, almost everyone, be it the teacher or the student, everybody got on board, and we were able to ensure that everybody gave their best. So the exemplary performances, of course, they've always been there. The only thing that we have ensured is that it continued during the pandemic.
Currently, there are 4,160 students and 215 teachers in DPS RK Puram. The junior schools of east of Kailash and Vasant Vihar have approximately 3,000 children with 180 teachers. Along with the meritorious and high-caliber faculty, the schools are ably supported by its non-teaching administrative staff who ensure the functioning of the school 24/7. The 3 campuses are spread over 16.5 acres of South Delhi. Our school's motto is Service Before Self, which stands for selflessness and uncompromising integrity in our actions. This noble aspiration is a guiding principle for our students, teachers, and staff. One of the social responsibility initiatives for underprivileged children was the DPS Anubhav Siksha Kendra from 1999 to 2015. This was many years before the government's mandate of including children of the economically weaker sections in Delhi schools.
When COVID led to deaths of a large number of people, and when we had to help children who were studying in the school meet their financial obligations because their parents were no longer alive, it were the students of the school who came forward with financial contributions to support such kids. This is just an example of how what they imbibed from the school of service became more important than whatever else they wanted to achieve in life.
Our school has always been on the forefront of educational excellence. Even before the National Education Policy 2020, the school encouraged students to take up non-traditional subjects in regular streams. The determination of the students, coupled with the dedication of the talented and award-winning pool of teachers, has ensured consistent high performances by dipsites in the CBSE board examinations, as well as competitive exams like the IIT-G, NEET and CLAT. The school also has a track record of extraordinary results in national and international Olympiads.
When I joined DPS RK Puram in 1986, my father told me that I was being sent to the best school in the country. And true to that reputation, we were churned and chiseled in DPS RK Puram, and 71 of us went to IIT A number of us went to AIMS and other leading medical colleges. Most of us went to the best of the fine arts colleges in the country. Stephens, Hindu, name the college, and depicts were there.
Counseling services and special educators are an important part of DPS RK Puram's emotional support system for its diverse student body to ensure the happiness quotient and inclusiveness of children, and creates a healthy and friendly classroom environment. The school also provides educational counseling for higher education in India and abroad. As a result, the graph for international admissions has consistently gone up, with the students receiving admission offers from universities like Princeton, Harvard, Yale, Stanford, Cambridge, and Oxford year after year.
We made great friends at DPS. It was more than just learning in the classroom. It was also learning the lessons of life with others. We made good friends, and many of us still meet each other ever so often around the world. Thank you, DPS, for giving all that to us. And I hope that the next 50 years are even more successful than the 50 years that have gone by, and that DPS as an institution does a fantastic job in molding the lives of young students across the world.
DPS RK Puram is housed in various blocks along with an open-air amphitheatre, well-stocked libraries, and of course, the all-time favorite audiovisual hall, which hosts extracurricular events. The school also has an in-house clinic that offers diagnostic, therapeutic, and preventive outpatient services. DPS RK Puram has built 2 air-conditioned hostels. There was a time when children as young as 8 and 9 years joined the boarding, but now it is only for classes 11th and 12th.
I joined the hostel as well as the school in the year 82 as a 4th grader. And behind me, the building that you see is the circular block that used to house the hostel then. The journey from a 4th grader to a 12th standard student in the hostel, one of the biggest thing is your understanding of, different culture across the nation, right? You have people coming from different backgrounds. You learn that, you imbibe that quality. You learn from each other. You learn the art of sharing.
Students of DPS RK Puram are encouraged to exercise, do meditation and yoga, play and excel in sports. The school has built a well-equipped multi-sport complex with experienced coaches, and the facilities range from cricket, football, tennis, and basketball, just to name a few. Our students have represented and won medals in the national and international arena.
Delhi Public, my school. Yes, that's how important DPS RK Puram is and will always remain for me. The principal, the teachers, everyone have not only supported me right through my career, but they've just created that base for me to excel in my life. I remember when Mrs. Chona and Dr. Saini made me the sports captain in my 11th standard itself. And they said, when you're on the park, make sure you give your best on the park. But when you're in class, you must ensure that you educate yourself well, pass, and do well as well. Well, they remain those pillars of strength for me even today. And so does DPS RK Puram.
In fact, Ms. Pinky Singh, a sports teacher of our school, won the gold medal in the women's team event of lawn bowls in the recently conducted Commonwealth Games in the United Kingdom. And her former student and a dipsite of 2012 batch, Navneet Singh, won the silver medal in the lawn bowls men's team event.
I am Pinky. I'm working in DPS RK Puram. इस मोमेंट का मुझे जब से इंतज़ार था, आज वो पूरा हुआ है. I won gold medal in women's 4. So मैं ये सेलिब्रेट करने वाली हूँ अपने स्कूल के साथ जो 50th एनिवर्सरी बना रहे हैं.
Delhi Public School RK Puram welcomes dreamers, artists and performers and encourages them to hone and showcase their talent, be it singing, dancing or acting.
I would love to wish DPS RK Puram the heartiest congratulations for completing 50 successful years. And I'm truly honored to be part of this beautiful family and this wonderful journey. And here's hoping that DPS continues to climb higher and higher and achieves greater heights of success.
Over the years, the school students, through various forums like the Performing Arts Society and Expressions Theatre Club, have enthralled us with high-class productions like The Sound of Music, Ram Kavya, 12 Angry Jurors, The Proposal and many more.
School years are one of the best years, they never come back, and they are the ones that you should really treasure. I was that studious, nerdy one who got above 90% always, and I remember I was really proud to get the gold medal at the end, the blue coat and all that. My God, those memories are lovely. I'm just really proud to be a Dipsite, and I think the confidence as a person that I've gotten, I give a lot of credit to my school for it.
The school has a thriving student council, which is headed by head boys, head girls and President Student Council.
It's imparting the education is one bit and holistic development of an individual over the years from younger age to middle to the higher classes. And with the sheer number of exposures on different activities, curricular activities, the class consortiums, the skill development that happens of students. I still remember in school when I joined this institution in the 8th, why RK Puram than another institution to study in. It's more of an holistic development, the principles, the morals, the virtues that get set into a youngster for purposes of an education.
There are also 32 additional clubs which organize events through the year, providing a platform to the young minds to exhibit their talents.
DPS RK Puram transformed me in a significant way. We came from Calcutta, from a smaller school into a very large school. And I think after finding my feet in the first 2 years, my teachers, and I would specifically say Renu Mittal, sparked ambition in me. And I think that ambition has taken me further. It was through all the cultural activities that one did. And it was to that extent that I actually, in DPS, ended up carving out a special position for myself as the first president of cultural activities. So I think ambition, in terms of let's set a goal, let's try to achieve it, work towards it, that happened with DPS RK Puram.
DPS RK Puram offers an environment of constant learning and growth to make today better than yesterday in a healthy, competitive environment.
One was with a peer group that was bright, one was very encouraged by teachers. I think even though we were so many students, the teachers were always on the lookout to help. By the 12th then I had the opportunity to become head girl and work as head girl for the school, and that kind of sense of leadership or that small sense of contribution shapes one's confidence to the extent that you feel you can take on any challenge. And that's what entrepreneurship is all about.
Meritorious students are awarded scholar badges, followed by the coveted blue coat and tie.
In the classroom, we had some amazingly involved teachers, and who can ever forget the dreaded Monday tests? I think a school like DPS, with all its competition and numbers, sufficiently prepares you for the real world thereafter. We also form our personalities for life. I also don't think schools age. In the same way that our memories of school never age, we make friends for life.
I have been a core part of the Golden Jubilee celebrations of DPS RK Puram. It has brought back so many memories of my childhood, of the teachers who have really made an impact on me, and the friendship which I have made over the years in this school. DPS RK Puram has really molded me as a person and taught me to give back to the society, to live up to their motto, service before self.
Apart from awarding scholastic achievement, the school encourages students to shine in any field of their choice, incentivizing them by way of giving visual credits in the form of pins and ties. The joy and excitement of receiving this coveted honor is a memory cherished by all and becomes a milestone of their school days.
DPS RK Puram, I think the staff members and the students, it started with our principal, Mr. Lugani, followed by Mrs. Chona, and then Dr. Saini came in, and finally Ms. Sehgal. And all the principals have kept the momentum alive, and which is what one is trying to do at this level even now.
Within 5 decades, DPS RK Puram has grown from a small school housed in tents to one of the most meritorious and inclusive schools in the country. In the process, it is decisively influencing the field of education across India. They are working to nurture the next generation of children to be global citizens who understand kindness and empathy, who will help bridge the economic and social divide, and who will work to save the Earth's amazing biodiversity and environment, and really live up to the school's motto, service before self.
Our chief guest for the day, Shri B.K. Chaturvedi, the former cabinet secretary of the government and a recipient of the Padma Bhushan, is the epitome of the school's motto, service before self. We would now like to invite our chief guest for today, the vice chairman of the DPS Society, an inspiration for us all, Shri B.K. Chaturvedi.
Principal Madam Padma Srinivasan, teachers, students, alumni, invitees, friends. It's a great occasion for DPS RK Puram, and as I reflect on it for me personally, I recall more than 4 decades back, I had come to Delhi and was looking for a good school for admission of my daughter and my son. And we met Mr. Lugani, and there was an extensive interview. And after that, he said that we'll look at your case. And later, both of them studied in this school. And that took me back, 10 years back further, when I used to come near this school. There were some houses of the Delhi government. My brother was staying there. And I used to come there, and then I saw these tents. And I inquired from him. He said that there's a new school coming up. This is called DPS Puram. And that was in 72, 73. That was my first memory then. And later in 1980s, it was when I went to the school and was looking for a good school. And since then, I find that the school has progressed, initially under Mr. Lugani, and then number of very distinguished principals, some very good teachers, and of course, very committed students. It's a great pleasure for me to look at this documentary and see all the achievements of the students, how well they are doing in various walks of life, and it makes me very happy and matter of great joy for me personally. I hope that this celebration of excellence which is there today, it is not only excellence in academics, it's also, I notice, excellence in every other walk of life, be it in sports, be it in other activities. The students are doing fairly well. One used to think that you had to send your child, in case you wanted to go to IIT, then you must send him to Puram. Now it is no more. It's IIT, doctors, engineers, or any other walk of life. If they have to shine, then I think Puram is the place where they ought to go. So this is a matter of great happiness now for me, and I do hope that the next 50 years they will plan now for it again. The world is changing, the education system is changing, it has become much more complex, and I hope that the school will not only keep up with it, will shine in this area as well. I wish the school all success, I give them all good wishes, and I thank them for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to look at this wonderful program which you have prepared. I would especially like to congratulate the person who has, Mr. Bhagat, I think, who has made this beautiful documentary. Lovely. Absolutely fantastic. So congratulations to Mr. Bhagat and all the team which supported him for that. It's entirely a great thing. So with these words, I once again give you my good wishes and hope that the students of Puram, when they go out, they will continue to shine as they do now, and we'll all continue to be very, very proud of them because of all the teachers and all the work which they are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It is indeed a blessing, nay, our good fortune, to be a part of this delightful voyage in a remarkable school where each member is growing, where the warmth of its people, the tilt of its soil, and its glorious history forged in its hallowed halls encourage us to serve better, perform better, and be better. Our anthem is what binds us, bringing together the fraternity of Delhi Public School RK Puram to instill a feeling of unity within us all. Please welcome the choir of DPS RK Puram presenting our school's anthem.
May we please request everyone to stand for the school anthem.
A place where we call home sweet home.
A family that's growing bigger day by day.
A family that's growing bigger day by day. Sa sa ni sa re re, sa re ga ga ni sa re re. Sa sa ni sa re re, sa re ga ga ni sa re re.
We have come from different walks of life.
They have come from different walks of life.
In this place called DPS RKB we are one.
This place called DPS RKP, we are one.
Arise, arise.
आगे बढ़कर छोड़ चले दुनिया में अपने निशान. DPS के बच्चे हैं हम, DPS की शान. आगे बढ़कर छोड़ चले दुनिया में अपने निशान. DPS के बच्चे हैं हम, DPS की शान.
We march, oh march. We rise, oh rise. This song is our anthem. DPS RKP.
हम चलते रहे, सब चलते रहे. हम बढ़ते रहे, सब बढ़ते रहे. ये गीत है अपना DPS RKP.
Rain or shine, we'll march reaching for greater heights.
Rain or shine, we'll march reaching for greater heights.
Stronger, wiser, better, singing louder and bolder.
Stronger, wiser, better, singing louder and bolder.
Don't blow the horns into the great unknown.
Don't blow the horns into the great unknown.
We shall continue making history as we go.
Arise, arise.
Celebrated truly embodies the words of the great Rabindranath Tagore, where knowledge is free and the world has not yet been divided into narrow domestic walls. And to celebrate this unquenchable thirst of wisdom, we would now like to invite on stage the stunning dancers to present the somber and the solemn, the lofty and the lyrical Sufi dance.
रंगरेज तेरे रंग दरिया में, ओ रंगरेज तेरे रंग दरिया में, डूबना है बस तेरा बनके, हाय नहीं रहना तुझा बनके। एक भी सांस अलग नहीं लेनी, एक भी सांस अलग नहीं लेनी, खींच लेना प्राण इस तन के, हाय नहीं रहना तुझा बनके।
अपने ही रंग में मुझको रंग दे, धीमे धीमे रंग में मुझको रंग दे, सौंधे सौंधे रंग में मुझको रंग दे, रंग देना रंग देना रंग देना। अपने ही रंग में मुझको रंग दे, धीमे धीमे रंग में मुझको रंग दे, सौंधे सौंधे रंग में मुझको रंग दे, रंग देना रंग देना रंग देना।
था टिकट था
जननननन पीपल तू मैं तो हूँ छापिया तभी हूँ मगन।
नैनों में बस छब तेरी लहराए झलके छलके छलके रे,
बरसे हल्के हल्के अपने ही रंग में, अपने ही रंग में मुझको रंग दे, धीमे धीमे रंग में मुझको रंग दे, सोने
मुझको रंग दे, धीमे धीमे रंग में मुझको रंग दे, सौंधे सौंधे रंग में मुझको रंग दे, रंग देना रंग देना रंग देना। अपने ही रंग मुझको रंग दे, धीमे धीमे रंग में मुझको रंग दे, सौंधे सौंधे रंग में मुझको रंग दे, रंग देना रंग देना रंग देना।
The narrative thread that wove together the rich tapestry of Delhi Public School, Puram, from 1972 till now, and will continue to do so
for the next 50 years and beyond is an abiding belief that education and the arts can transform lives. With that, we invite you to take in the beauty of the
अतः सत्यम यतो धर्मो मतो हीरा जवम यतः ततो भवति गोविंदो यतः कृष्णस्ततो जयः यतः कृष्णस्ततो जयः.
Shri Krishna resides where truth resides, where righteousness resides, where humility resides, and where simplicity resides. And where Shri Krishna resides victory.
Gandhi ji, Sri Aurobindo, Henry David Thoreau, and even composer Beethoven are known to have found comfort and guidance in the pages of the Bhagavad Gita. These prominent figures considered the text to be a crucial component in figuring out their life purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, brace yourselves for the most captivating musical performance of the evening, a tale deeply rooted in our culture, with lessons and learnings that are relevant to this day.
The Krishna Leela.
मैं कालचक्र हूँ। आज मैं आपको लीलाधर कृष्ण के जन्म के उद्देश्य से परिचित करवाऊंगा। यह एक लीला मात्र नहीं, यह कथा है मनुष्य के मन में चल रहे सत्य व असत्य के महासमर की। यह मनुष्य के भीतर पल रहे द्वंद्व और उतार चढ़ाव का दर्पण है। यह लीला सिर्फ मैं ही आपको बता सकता हूं, क्योंकि मैं साक्षी हूं युगों युगों से घटी घटनाओं का, और मैंने अनुभव किया है हर घटना के पीछे छिपे प्रयोजन का। चलिए चलते हैं कुरुक्षेत्र की धरती पर, जहां महाभारत का युद्ध चल रहा है।
हे पार्थ, कर्म करना तुम्हारा कर्तव्य है और अधिकार भी, परंतु फल की इच्छा करना तुम्हारा अधिकार नहीं है। कर्म को फल पाने की इच्छा से मत करो, फल देने का कार्य तो मेरा
क्योंकि कृष्ण कोई पात्र नहीं, यह एक चरित्र है जो हम सभी में मौजूद हैं। आप और मैं, अर्जुन भी हैं और कृष्ण भी। तो चलिए मैं आप सबको द्वापर युग में जन्मे इस दिव्य पुरुष के मानव रूप की लीलाओं का अनुभव करवाता हूं।
जल्दी चलो जल्दी चलो, अब आ भी जाओ।
नंद के घर उत्सव आरंभ भी हो गया है।
यशोदा के घर लाल हुआ है, मेरा तो धैर्य टूटा जा रहा। अरे सखी जल्दी करो जल्दी करो।
धरती आकाश गूंजे गूंजे दिशा सारी, गोकुल की गलियन में छाई है खुशहाली। गोविंद का रूप धर लीला है रचाई, ग्वाल बाल मुदित भये माता भी हर्षाई। नंद के आनंद भयो शुभ घड़ी है आई, जन्मे है कन्हाई हाँ जन्मे है कन्हाई।
कोई कहेगा ना कोई कृष्ण गोपाल, कोई कहेगा ना कोई कृष्ण गोपाल। घूमे नाचे गाए चंद्र के सुरताल, घूमे नाचे गाए चंद्र के सुरताल। मच गया शोर, उत्सव हो रहा चहुद चोर, चहुद चोर। कोमल श्याम चित चोर, बने सब पे ये प्रेम की डोर। नजर लगे न पड़े नयन विशाल, कोई कहेगा ना कोई कृष्ण गोपाल, कोई कहेगा ना कोई कृष्ण गोपाल। घूमे नाचे गाए चंद्र के सुरताल, घूमे नाचे गाए चंद्र के सुरताल। कोई कहेगा ना कोई कृष्ण गोपाल, घूमे नाचे गाए चंद्र के सुरताल, घूमे नाचे गाए चंद्र के सुरताल। कोई कहेगा ना कोई कृष्ण गोपाल, घूमे नाचे गाए चंद्र के सुरताल, 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 घूमे नाचे गाए चंद्र के सुरताल। कोई कहेगा ना कोई कृष्ण गोपाल।
समय बीता, कान्हा बड़े हुए और साथ ही बड़ी उनकी नटखट लीलाएं। तो चलिए चलते हैं गोकुल की गलियों में, जहां लीलाधर कृष्ण अपनी बाल लीलाओं से सबका मन मोह रहे।
अरे सुदामा, इतना समय हो गया, तुम्हें भूख नहीं लगी क्या? हाँ हाँ, भूख तो बहुत जोरों की लगी है। चलो चलते हैं फिर, देखते हैं कि ताजे माखन की भीनी खुशबू किस किवाड़ से ज्यादा तेज आ रही है। चलो चलो चलो, देर ना करो फिर। सुगंध तो बहुत अच्छी है, परंतु बड़ी चतुराई से माखन छीके में लटका दिया गया है।
अरे कान्हा, हम भी तो कम चतुर नहीं। लगाते हैं कोई जुगत और उतारते हैं छीके से माखन।
हाँ हाँ, यह बहुत अच्छा रहेगा।
यही है चलिया माखन चोर। नेहा लगावे गैया मुझको आप ही दूध पिलाती, पकड़ पकड़ गोकुल की गोपिन माखन आप खिलाती। झूठो दोष लगावे साथी बिना बतावे शोर। चोर चोर माखन चोर यही है चलिया माखन चोर। मैयारी नहीं मैं माखन चोर, नहीं मैं माखन चोर। ला 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 मैं नहीं माखन चोर।
नहीं कान्हा, वहाँ मत जाओ, नदी का पानी जहरीला है, कालिया नाग है इस नदी में।
मत जाओ, पानी जहरीला है, मत जाओ।
पगति मुंडन पर नाचत बनवारी पम 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 पग पटकत फम 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 फनिन ऊपर बिन 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 बिनति करत नाग बिंदोकारी सन 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 कादिक नन 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 नारद दिक गंग 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 गुण गंधर्व नाचत दैताली किन 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 केंद्र जपत इन 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 इंद्र करत धन 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 शरण देव मम 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 मैं हारी बम 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 महादेव बम 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 बलिहारी बम 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 महादेव बम 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 बलिहारी बम 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 महादेव बम 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 बलिहारी।
होली खेली संग कान्हा के तन मन में उल्लास,
प्रेम कलश से रंग ढरे हैं मले अबीर सहास।
को का रंग चढ़े ना मन पर श्याम रंग है खास,
देख श्याम को बलि बलि जाए जियारा भरे हुलास।
हाँ जी जियारा भरे हुलास, हाँ जी जियारा भरे हुलास। होली है, होली है, होली है, होली है, होली है।
होली के फुलहारे आए, गोकुल के मतवारे आए,
राधा के संग छोड़ी आई माझी माँ, कान्हा के संग तारे आए माझी माँ। होली है, होली है। गोकुल की गलियों में देखो धूम मची है आज, बाल बाल और गोप गोपियाँ झूमे सकल समाज।
धरा गगन में हर्ष है छाया, बजे मोड़ लिया साज।
मोर मुकुट पीतांबर धारे आप पहुँचे ब्रजराज, बोलो जय कन्हैया लाल की।
जहाँ जहाँ राधे वहाँ जाएंगे मुरारी, अरे जहाँ जहाँ राधे वहाँ जाएंगे मुरारी। अबीर गुलाल बरसाएंगे मुरारी, रंग भरी पिचकारी मारेंगे मुरारी, रंग भरी पिचकारी मारेंगे मुरारी। राधे की चुनर रंग मारेंगे मुरारी, जहाँ जहाँ राधे वहाँ जाएंगे मुरारी।
राधा रानी रूप है तो रंग है मुरारी, राधा परिधान है तो अंग है मुरारी।
राधा रानी रूप है तो रंग है मुरारी, राधा परिधान है तो अंग है मुरारी।
फूल में सुगंध जैसे बसती है वैसे हर घड़ी राधा जी के संग संग है मुरारी।
जहाँ 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 राधे वहाँ जाएंगे मुरारी, जहाँ जहाँ राधे वहाँ जाएंगे मुरारी।
वृंदावन धाम संग रंगों में है डूबे धरती गगन और गलियां ये सारी।
जहाँ 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 राधे वहाँ जाएंगे मुरारी, अबीर गुलाल बरसाएंगे मुरारी। रंग भरी पिचकारी मारेंगे मुरारी, रंग भरी पिचकारी मारेंगे मुरारी। राधे के चुनर रंग मारेंगे मुरारी, जहाँ जहाँ राधे वहाँ जाएंगे मुरारी।
रक्षा करो,
रक्षा करो,
रक्षा करो,
दीनानाथ रक्षा करो, हमारी रक्षा करो। कंस के अत्याचारों से हमें मुक्ति दिलाएं प्रभु।
चिंतित ना हो मित्र, अपनी व्यथा मुझे विस्तार से बताओ।
कुलक्षणं कुटिल कुपंथ कामि क्रोध रूप कंस क्रूरतम असभ्य अत्याचारी नृप अशिष्टतम अभद्रतम दुरात्मा अनंत दुःखदायी दुष्ट निश्चलम। का शत्रु है, महाविध्वंस है, ये कंस है, ये कंस है, ये छल कपट का दंश है। ये ऐसा एक नरेश है, दया न जिसमें लेश है, मनुष्यता न शेष है, अहम है, राग द्वेष है। अनिष्टकारी निर्दयी निशंस है, ये कंस है, ये छल कपट का दंश है।
महाराज की जय हो, महाराज की जय हो। महाराज, कृष्ण और बलराम इसी ओर आ रहे हैं।
ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्।
कृष्ण आओ, देखो इस स्थान को, ये कोई साधारण अखाड़ा नहीं, ये युद्ध भूमि है।
चांदनी रात, चांद की शीतल किरणें चारों तरफ बिखरी हुई, मनोरम वातावरण, शीतल मंद बयार, कुमुदिनी के फूलों की मनमोहक मादक सुगंध मानो सबको अपने वश में कर रही हो। ऐसे मनमोहक वातावरण में हृदय के तारों को झंकृत करने वाली कान्हा की बांसुरी की ओर भला कौन नहीं खिंचा चला आएगा। कण कण में बसने वाले कृष्ण आज सबको अपने सानिध्य का आभास दिलाएंगे। जगत के पालनहार आज गोपियों संग महारास रचाएंगे।
संग में रास रचे कृष्ण कान्हा, कान्हा के धुन पे आज झूमे कैसे देखो राधा। आई पूनम की रानी रास रचे कृष्ण कान्हा, कान्हा की धुन पे आज झूमे कैसे देखो राधा।
कैसे देखो राधा।
देखे राधा जी कृष्ण की लीला, कैसा नृत्य करे अलबेला। देखे राधा जी कृष्ण की लीला, कैसा नृत्य करे अलबेला। दोनों थिरकत है संग में
राधा कृष्ण कृष्ण राधा,
झूमे सृष्टि मगन हो के साथ।
राधा कृष्ण कृष्ण राधा,
कान्हा की धुन पे आज
झूमे कैसे देखो राधा।
आशा है कि अब आप मेरी बात से सहमत होंगे कि मानव जीवन का कोई ऐसा पहलू नहीं जिसे लीलाधर कृष्ण ने छुआ ना हो। संपूर्णता के प्रतीक कृष्ण ने अपने जीवन के माध्यम से जहां एक ओर प्रेम, उमंग और उल्लास के भाव जगाए, वहीं दूसरी ओर विविध लीलाओं के द्वारा उत्तम प्रबंधन, कूटनीति, त्याग, न्यायप्रियता और असाधारण चातुर्य के उदाहरण भी प्रस्तुत किए। इतना ही नहीं, जीवन के सभी पड़ावों पर गहरी दृष्टि डालते हुए बांके बिहारी ने हमारा सहज व सरल मार्गदर्शन भी किया। 16 कलाओं से भरपूर श्री कृष्ण के महान प्रेरक व्यक्तित्व को कोटि कोटि नमन।
as time stands still. And once again, we
Thank you so much. First of all, what a splendid performance that was. Absolutely brilliant. A round of applause to all the performers. Each one of those performances was absolutely special. And just being here today among you all and meeting so many familiar faces, it's been a truly special walk down memory lane. I cannot express in words how honored I am to be here and how honored I am to call myself a dipside. I still remember the day I walked out of the gates of DPS Puram. This was year 2007, not too long ago. It was the end of my school life. It's a huge chapter in anyone's life, right? So of course I remember that day very clearly. And I thought to myself, wow, this is the end of a chapter. But little did I know that I wasn't really leaving school. It was now a part of me. The learnings, the values, the integrity, and above all, the passion for excellence. And over the subsequent years, wherever I went and whichever phase of life I was in, the DPS Puram alumni that I met, the one quality that united all of us was quite truly service before self. As I stand here, I'm reminded of so many instances during my school life when my teachers, my lovely teachers, so many of you have met today here, have inspired me, motivated me to achieve my truest potential and the kind of learnings that I have acquired and those experiences that have stayed with me. And I would like to say that it is just a sample of the spirit of being a dipside that we have all seen today. And they've all ensured that life in school wasn't just about the classroom teachings. It was, after all, about the life lessons, which have stayed with me. And because my school has played such an important role in where I am today, and I owe so much to my dear school, in my humble capacity, I offer to contribute in whatever way I can to perhaps, in my humble capacity, also guide the current students in whatever form and shape I can. And here's wishing DPS Puram all the very best. What a glorious 50 years we've all achieved. And I'm truly honored to be here and wishing all of you the very, very best. Thank you very much. Thank you.
may we now request Mr. Suraj Dhawan to come up on stage.
Mr. Chaturvedi, Mrs. Srinivasan, fellow alumni, parents, and the future of DPS. It's indeed a pleasure to be here today and address all of you on this glorious occasion of 50 years of DPS Puram, an institution we also love and we do hope and do we wish remains the best institute in the world. Today, it's an overwhelming day for me. And I would like to start with a story. Once upon a time, there was a place called DPS land. And there was a queen of that DPS land called Padma. And she had the most able advisors, wazirs in DPS land. And one day she came to know that her beloved kingdom is to turn 50. She started talking to people what should be done, how it should be done. And the entire wazirs, advisors would tell her that this could be done, that could be done. But nothing was being done. No clarity was emerging of how 50 years should be celebrated. So one day, the queen thought, कब आएंगे मेरे करण अर्जुन? कब आएंगे मेरे करण अर्जुन? And suddenly, Lord Krishna heard them, and they sent the Karan Arjun. And with Karan Arjun came over 150 alumni who worked with Queen Padma to bring this entire reunion to an overwhelming state. I would now like to invite Mr. Love Prakash Agarwal to join me on stage now. I am calling him Love Prakash Agarwal for a reason which I will answer a bit later. So, the first meetings started in DPS land, 50वीं सालगिरह, under the aegis of 75 years of beautiful India. We should differentiate, yet we cannot say we can ever match Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So, the ideation started. And I can tell you, the gods upstairs were smiling. The entire alumni of DPS RK Puram came together and was in the school to give what they had learned from the school. Social media ka kya hoga? Here comes Rashi. Rashi, if you could join me on stage, please. कौन करेगा social media? And we have this girl who comes, who says, काम करा लो पर कुछ बोलने को ना कहना. Golf tournament? So here is Rashi. Golf tournament? What is golf? कौन खिलाएगा golf? हम तो वहाँ golf कभी खेलते ही नहीं हैं. And suddenly we find people like Amit Kharbanda, Samarth, Sanjay Gupta to come and say, ma'am, we are the golfers of the school. Amit, if you could join us on stage, please. So Queen Padma thought that there should be a great DPS run and the entire school, alumni, parents, everybody should run together. Karvaega kaun? And we find Mr. Satti coming, ma'am, I am here, I am here. Listen to me, I will do it for you. And that journey started with a few people, Hazar Haath, I would say, who said we are behind the school. With only inspiration to give it back whatever they had learned. The name goes on and on. Arjun Bhagat, I don't think he's there today. People like Sanchit, who made the documentary, the Sound and Light Show, the most immaculate visualization of Sound and Light Show documentaries you have seen today. Who is going to take care of medical? We had people like Dr. Samir Gupta, Dr. Sushin Bajaj just coming, and we have our famous light and sound expert as well. People who helped create the entire medical infrastructure. Queen Padma also had a dream that we should do some social cause. And there is nothing more noble than giving your entire body away. So we said we should do organ donations, we should do blood donation camps. But how can we do it? We found Dr. Preeti Rai coming from somewhere. Ma'am, I will do something for organ donation. And I must tell you, 63 bodies have been given back to Orbo, and to say you can do with our bodies whatever you like. It is not eye, cornea, bone. Full bodies have been donated. That after we leave, this is something the world can enjoy. So planning started getting more interesting. People like Rajesh Devani joined in. People like Meenakshi Nagarkar joined in to help with the coffee book. Where is Meenakshi? Meenakshi, please join us today. each one of depicts, whomsoever who could do, was a part of this. We wanted to make a coffee table book. Suddenly we found Mr. Manish Agarwal to say, ma'am, this is my core area, can I come and help you? Manish, please come. Then we had experts like Nandita, who said, ma'am, the brilliant Krishna Leela you have seen today, can I help you with costumes? Nandita, are you here? So कारवां बढ़ता गया. जैसे जैसे कदम बढ़ते गए, we thought, wow, how amazing it is getting. And I must tell you, we had a lot of vital statistics within us who would always say, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Nahi hoga, nahi hoga. But these people said, hoga, hoga, karke dikhayenge. I must say that the effort put by school under the guidance of Mr. Srinivasan, the teachers have been so overwhelming that this cannot be done ever again. The 4 days being spent at the grand 50th reunion of school will never happen again by any of the schools worldwide. People will aspire to say that, wow, this was one reunion which was there. The journey doesn't end here. We found a lot of parents saying, can we do something for you? People like Mr. Gogia, who helped us found permissions, again turned up one day and say, ma'am, koi kaam hai to batao. Ma'am ne kaha, chalo aap permissions leke aao. And you found miracles happening, magic happening all over. There was a financial viability gap. School needed to raise some extra funds. And one day, our beloved principal said, tell me which all alumni can contribute. And I'm proud to say that in the month of March, when school requested to support the education of COVID-affected children, alumni gave over 30 lakhs. Silently, without people knowing that this money is being given to school. Our principal said, don't make noise, talk to a few people and they will come, and they gave. This 30 lakhs was raised in 15 days. No noise, just peer to peer. Would you like to help? Can we do it? Now, I change my gears. Some of us have been around for all the 4 days. I call it the Million Smile Reunion. On school, on Friday and Saturday, there were million smiles of faculty, alumni, current children, talking, meeting to each other and said, wow, we are so proud of our school. Parents were saying, yes, we took the right decision in putting our children to this school. Old friends meeting everywhere made all the difference. I cannot imagine feeling happier ever in my life when we would walk Friday, Saturday on school ground and see everybody happy, smiling. I think we all owe to the school. You see, the true word of a guru is guru, the one which can bring you from darkness to light. That is the true meaning of a guru, which gives you, which transforms you from darkness to light. He gives whatever he can, and when you leave the institution, you're always better than your teacher. And that internal gratitude to all our teachers who gave us whatever they had. And now the DPS alumni, 40,000 plus, are so proud of this. Our teachers who gave us whatever they had in terms of knowledge, this is today our day to say we are overwhelmingly grateful to what we have given to us today. I would like to thank all the teachers, all the support staff of the school, the admin staff, the F&B team who would take care of us and say, "Sir, aap batao kya karna hai?" And I had a teacher who used to call me sir. I had a deal with her. Every time you call me sir, you'll have to pay me 100 rupees. I'm glad to inform you, I have raised 22,000 rupees. And that is the feeling. She's saying graciously, this amount will be paid very soon. For the parents sitting in this hall, I must say the accounts are settled. After this 50th year of celebration, the whole world knows, the whole Indian schools know, DPS RK Puram is number one. I don't think the reunion will ever happen by any institute, any school of this scale which has been done. I don't think none of us will be able to repeat this again, ever. All under the guidance of Mrs. Srinivasan, Rajma Chawal on Mondays, Kadi Chawal on Saturdays. All these things we'll remember, ma'am, if ever we come back to you again. I must also tell one thing, especially to the parents who are sitting here. You see, the alumni is here with you forever. If your children need any guidance for future, if they are looking for internships, whether in India or abroad, talk to the alumni. And they would be more than happy to help you, your children, and give the best possible guidance in shortest possible manner. I must thank people like Mr. Rohan Jetli, who came at the right moment and told us, whatever help you require, please use my good offices. As Bertie Wooster would have said, there are wheels within wheels. And I must thank Rohan to make the wheels turn in the direction of DPS RK Puram to make this as the greatest reunion ever. I have got nothing more to say, but I can only express my gratitude to be trusted upon and to be invited by the school to say, can you please come and help us with our 50th year reunion, our 50th year celebrations, the milestone year of our school. The next 50 years, we will not be here. But the children whom we saw today, we know our future is secure. We know the guilt, the rise and shine of DPS will remain forever. And we all go back very contented, very happy. Thank you, ma'am. And next Saturday, we'll join you for Kadi Chawal again. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am getting old, and I must invite Monisha Charles to join us now. The entire accounting of these all activities were handled by Manisha and Himanshu, and this would not have been happening without them. I am very thankful to her. Thank you.
thank my core team who were standing by me every step of the way. It's all a teamwork. You can never do anything all alone. So I would like to thank the teachers, the first set of teachers who have been very, very diligent in their work, in their editing, and creating a magazine, creating a coffee table book, which is going to be admired for years to come. So let me call first the coffee table team, Usha Deepti Vilasa, Kakoli Sengupta, Shraddha Parmar, Komal Chaudhary, Bharti Shukla, Manish Agarwal, our publisher. Absolutely wonderful work done by them. You must look at the coffee table book. You'll be very proud of it. The school run was led by Mr. Suresh, Mandeep Tiwani, and Sangeeta Rana. Sangeeta Rana is the backbone of all the events that have taken place. And she should be given the appreciation that she deserves. The IT team, led by Mukesh Kumar, and the team, which included Dinny Matthew, Thomas, Joseph, and Shankar Giri. They have been the mainstay of all the events, and they have done their job very, very diligently. If they are here, they should come up on stage. Please. Please be here so that everybody knows who has done the job. Yes, please. Center of the stage. The back to school event was a very cumbersome one, and it was dealt with by Sangeeta Rana and Sanya Taneja. Sanya Taneja did this exemplary task of getting the sound and light show done, which we thought would never really happen. Of course, Sanchit was with us all the way, and he and his team worked overtime. Yes, please, on the stage. The event would not have been possible without them. Of course, decorations. Our own alumni, Rajeshri, Shruti Mishra, our teacher, Amit Rajput, Shiven, Jatinder, Jasmine, Richa, Madhumita Biswas, Meenakshi Gupta, and Krishnendu. If you're here, please come up on stage. Very, very proud of you. Such beautiful, creative decorations. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. The orchestra, our old teacher, Dominic Paul, he joined us and helped us put the orchestra together. Along with Kuldeep Mishra, Salim, and Lemi. The shlokas were all done. Thank you so much. The shlokas were all done by Hamid with the children. Hamid Khan. The welcome song. The welcome song done by Suman Kalyan. An original work done by him. The school anthem is an exclusively original work done by Suman Kalyan and Soting. They wrote it and they composed it. The Sufi dance and the Badai dance done by Daniel Freddy, along with the children. The junior school celebratory dance done by Guneet and Naresh from the two junior schools, bringing them together on one stage and doing it was an immense task. Then the Mahabharat, Krishna Janma, Kaliya Daman, Gain Leela, and Kanswad was done by Ashok Meeral. Exemplary work done by him. Completely conceived by him, the music selected by him. Makhan Chori, done by Ravi Chauhan of our junior school. He even made the jewelry personally for the children, especially the one worn by the little Krishna. Holi and Maharas, done by Renu Basi, our head of Performing Arts Department. The entire comparing was overseen by Shruti Vijan and Abha Chona. Amazing work done, great coordination, and Shruti Vijan also went and got all our costume jewelry. She took up the task of getting the costume jewelry done. And of course, I can't miss out Nandita. Without her, please come on stage. Without her, this event was not possible. She just came for a PTA and she said, I'm an exporter, I do tailoring, I do fabrics, and she said, you need fabrics, you can take from me. Then that was the beginning of her journey, and she took up the entire task of making all the costumes. Such fine, fabulous costumes made by her. The labor of love done by all these teachers, we cannot forget, and a lot of people will remember it forever. The chief coordinator of this entire program, Preeti Pratihari, Kaveri Dhar, and Binu Chanan. Once again, our retired teacher who came in to help. All of them have lost their voices. They can't speak. Sanya can't speak. And Kaveri lost her voice for some time. Binu, I think, is taking a lot of medicines to keep her voice alive. You know, dealing with so many children at the same time and getting them to work and perform the way that they did is not an ordinary task. So they have done it, and they've done it successfully, especially in the post-pandemic time when the children did not even know how to interact with each other properly. So we have done this, and we have done DPS very proud. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself. Tomorrow, we will have a holiday. We'll enjoy our holiday. Thank you.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे